The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
You know, I have often said that one of my pet peeves is when people use abbreviations and they don't know what the letters stand for in the abbreviations that they're using. You know, like they'll say something about, yeah, I mean, that's on the ASVAB test. You know, well, what does that stand for? Oh, I don't know. It's just a test we have to, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And people do that when they're talking about their jobs. You know, they'll use the terminology from their jobs and go, well, what does that mean? And then they'll just tell you, it's a this, and no, but I mean, what does it stand for? Oh, well, I don't know.
Oh, God.
I don't know what it stands for. So they put out a list of misunderstood abbreviations. Like people have admitted that they thought something stood for one thing and it doesn't.
Okay.
Like I thought SMH meant so much hate instead of shaking my head. Let's see, there's another one. Like I always say that people run around talking about being the OG.
Yeah.
Like these housewives saying, oh yeah, this is the OG recipe or whatever, and not knowing what OG stands for. Lindsay, you know what OG stands for, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Original gangsta.
Right. This person said, I thought OG just meant original. I work in mortgages and I've labeled original loan term documents as OG terms and giving them to my director for review, not realizing I labeled them as original gangster terms.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why you would confuse that one. I get that one. It's fun.
I thought EST after a time was short for estimated.
Oh,
like that we'll do that at 3:30 in the EST instead of Eastern. You thought we'll do that at 3:30 estimated time
or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was a little bit late because it said estimate.
I thought it was loose.
I thought AI stood for artificial insemination.
Oh
gosh.
Ew.
And I thought BRB was bathroom break.
That kind of makes
I
sense.
like
too,
that though.
Yeah.
BRB.
Now, one of my favorite Norm Macdonald jokes ever was when he was talking about having your ID. And he said, the I stands for I, and the D stands for identification. So seems like the D is doing all the heavy lifting there. Turns out that's not what ID stands for.
Really?
ID stands for identity document.
I never
I didn't
heard
know
that.
that.
I didn't either. Identity document.
Somebody made that up.
Yeah, they're embarrassed now. They're like, no, it actually doesn't stand for identification. Huh.
I was right. See?
Yeah. What is SOS?
Save our ship.
Save our ship.
Send out sailors. No, I'm just kidding.
I never thought of that.
And SOB is some bitch. Some SO short for some bitch.
Yeah.
Austin 316 means I just kicked your ass.
Yeah, exactly. I hear SMH, so much hate, being something like somebody's mom would think, like SMH.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just so much hate on this Facebook thread.
Or
And
like,
I'm not going to lie, I've Googled some things before, some abbreviations that I've seen.
Sure.
So that's how old I am.
but I mean, you want to know what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Phil Dunphy on Modern Family said, WTF, why the face? Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't there people?
But
And then wasn't LOL thought to be like lots of love sometimes?
yeah,
Or
I think
like-
so, yeah.
I think older people thought that, and they
Yeah.
were LOLing in like funeral announcements and stuff.
Yeah.
But my very favorite mistaken abbreviation was a girl that I was dating back home in Winfield, Louisiana. And we had driven over to the bigger city, Alexandria, Louisiana, where they had movies. And we were going to the movie. And in the parking lot, because there's a military base in that town, or used to be. And in the parking lot, there was a license plate that looked different than the rest of them, and then it said USAF on it. And I said, you know what that USAF stands for? And she said, I don't know, something Air Force. So she got what if there were a hard part, she got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't get the easy part
Oh,
of US.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Was she pretty though?
Well, yeah.
Of course.
That's all that matters.
I've never been out with an Uggo.
I want to. Yeah, we should bring some of those pictures in. I want to evaluate the girls you've dated before.
I don't have any pictures.
We'll find them. Give me names. I'll find them. I want to break them down.
Are they all still in your hometown? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have the ability to just take pictures and carry them around in your pocket instantly like that back then.
Yes,
I guess
you
we
could.
can.
No,
we
we
can
couldn't.
look them up now and see if they're attractive now.
Yeah,
That's a
that'd
fun
be
game.
It's a fun game.
Yes, you could have had pictures in the 40s. It was the 80s. You didn't have
I know,
cameras
but-
that you could go
yeah, you
develop
could-
and carry it around.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. We wouldn't do that because it wasn't convenient or anything. So now you just take a picture and you got it forever right then. Back then you'd have to buy the film, put it in the camera, and then carry a camera around with you, which was a pain in the ass to have to do that.
You didn't carry around any pictures of girlfriends?
Yeah.
Wallet size.
Yeah, like in the wallet. That's what I'm thinking, I guess.
Yeah, I did. But I don't have them, 40 years later.
Why would he still have?
Right.
I don't know, maybe in a shoebox or something. With a,
You think Jody would?
Well, it just that I don't have, any kind of a memento box or anything like that because I'm not a woman.
I'm sad for you.
I have all my ex-boyfriends in a box here.
Really?
I'm kidding.
Because they're dead. You got their ashes in there
Yeah.
where you killed them.
Daggone Black Widow.
I do remember going to Eckerd and getting a whole roll developed.
Eckerd.
And they were trash. They were like blur, and they still charged you.
You remember those? Y'all may be too young for this. Maybe your parents had one of these when you were little, but I think they were called Kodak Instamatic cameras, and they were long and thin.
Yeah.
And it had the electric flash.
Yeah.
And when you would turn that thing on, you had to wait a minute to get it where it would warm up so you could use it, and it would make that high pitch like that.
Mm-hmm. And wine.
If I heard that today, walking down the street, I would say somebody's got an old camera because
Yeah.
it was just that distinctive little whiny sound.
I think they've used it in like scary movies too, because the sound is kind of creepy sounding. If you just hear it in the middle of nowhere.
Or even turning that wheel on the disposable camera.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That has a very unique sound.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool to have those now at like weddings. I'm sure you've heard that, but the old Kodak.
Yeah, I always think they never get those developed.
What?
When they have them at the tables and stuff, and you're taking pictures, I always figure they're not going to fool with getting those developed.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't
wouldn't.
even know how much it would cost to get. I bet it's expensive to take a roll of film to the Walgreens or something to get developed.
Wouldn't even know what
Do
that
they
costs.
even
Well,
still do that
I
at
had-
the Walgreens?
Yeah.
I had to get a picture developed recently. I can't think what it was for, but I just had to get one. Oh, it was for my dog for his little ashes box. Anyway, one photo was like $1.15. So
Yeah.
think about a whole roll.
Yeah, we do that sometimes. But, you just send the digital picture to them and then they print it. But
Yeah.
if you walked in with a roll, a 24
Right.
picture roll, and just handed it to them to develop, I don't know how much that would be.
Got to be at least $25.
And you used to, if you went to Walmart, you could stand there and look at all the pictures when they handed them to you. And I think that if some of them didn't turn out or they were blurry or whatever, you could tell them you didn't want it, and they would take that off the bill.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Walmart would do that. Yes.
So you'd go back there to that photo center at Walmart, and you just see people standing there just rifling through their pictures. It's like just a big crowd of
They're all
people.
horrible.
I
Yeah,
often wonder the person working, developing them, seeing the kind of stuff that they used to see.
yeah.
Like-
Well, they've there've been times when they have called police on people because of the pictures that they were developing. Like there was maybe there were a couple of pictures on there that the person didn't realize was on the film, and the people at Walmart, if it's an inappropriate picture of a child or something like that, they would turn them in.
Ah. Well, good for them, but dang.
Have you ever seen the movie with Robin Williams? What is it called?
1 Hour Photo.
1 Hour Photo. Oh. Have you seen that, Lynn? It's
No,
really
I don't
good.
think so.
It's a thriller. It's Robin Williams playing a psycho in a thriller movie. It's good.
Oh.
You should do that over the holidays. Make that a Christmas movie for you.
Watch it with your kids.
Merry Christmas.
But yeah, and then when you live in a small town, you really have to. If your pictures are embarrassing,
Yeah, you gotta go.
I mean, not illegal, but just embarrassing pictures. You know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want your people that you know at work at Walmart seeing them telling everybody.
I went to college with a kid that used one of those black canisters with the gray lid on it for film.
Yeah.
But he'd carry his weed in it. That's my last experience with like actual film. I just remember him always pulling that little thing out with weed in it.
It's like, no, this is film. I swear.
Yeah. Really? Why does it smell like a big fat sack of weed?
But yeah, people working in the photo lab now at Walgreens and Walmart and all that. I wonder if they have more to do because of people sending them digitals for them to print, or back when you took a roll of film in and they developed it.
I don't know.
So in my CVS, there's one girl that works the front and the photos because she's never at the photos. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not in a high demand position, so you probably got to pull double duty.
Right.
when
and,
I went in there, I said, I sent a picture that I got developed. She was like, I picked a photo. Like she couldn't. a photo.
Oh, what?
And a lot of times you'd have to wait a week or so before they were ready
Oh, really?
when you go get it developed.
Yeah, because that 1 hour photo was also like they would say, "Hey, we're going to get this done in an hour for you."
Yeah, that was a
Big
new
deal.
concept. That was a big deal. To say it was like 30 minutes or less. Domino's claim to deliver.
Yeah. The trade off.
I remember waiting for prom photos for like a week. Like, oh,
Yeah.
And do you know why Domino's dropped the 30 minutes or less thing in their campaign?
Did they get sued or something?
Because they were being accused of encouraging bad driving.
oh my God.
Because they,
makes sense.
they would put people in danger if they weren't going to make it in 30 minutes. They'd be speeding and all this stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it was
That is
30
crazy.
minutes or less, or your pizza's on us, I think is the way they would say it.
It makes sense.
And that would fall on the driver to be responsible for that, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a bad model. Yeah. Don't do that.
It is a lot of pressure.
I can't even go upstairs and use the bathroom and be back down in 30 minutes.
More extra funny next.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
TJ Riggins Overtime is our newest podcast, along with the full regular show and extra funny. We've got a little bit more show every day for you called TJ Riggins Overtime, available wherever you get podcasts. TJ Riggins Overtime is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Go to tjriggins.com/deals to save 41% on their entire store. tjriggins.com/deals for Cozy Earth.
Welcome to Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
I made a note of something to talk about in Extra Funny today, but now I can't remember what the note means. You ever do that? You write down something and you can't remember what it means. Can y'all help me figure this out? It says bone penis.
Bone penis.
Huh.
It's a story. Some
Bone
Well,
penis.
I'll try to figure it out.
Dear.
We'll do it. Maybe we'll do it on one of the vacation ones.
Bone penis.
It sounds exciting, or
So there is this video that Riggins showed me of these two sisters, and they're standing in the kitchen with their dad. They're adults, young adults, and the dad is helping one of the daughters sign up for the dating service Hinge, the dating app. And what he's actually paying for her subscription to her membership to the dating app.
Yeah.
Because he's wanting to get her married or whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Dating people.
He wants her out there dating, so he paid I think it's $30 a month for Hinge Premium. They also do a Hinge Deluxe, I think it's called, which is $50 a month.
Yeah.
So that's like the top tier, but the $30 a month to get you more matches, better matches, they promise, that will lead to a longer lasting relationship.
Because that's Hinge is one of them that don't they claim to try to find you your lifelong partner.
Yeah.
They always say we want you to delete us.
Exactly.
And it goes through Facebook friends, so you always have a connection.
Oh.
You always have a mutual friend.
Lynn, have you ever been on a dating app?
No, but pretty much all of my close friends have, and I loved swiping for them.
Yeah.
It was the highlight of my day.
But you never were on one.
No.
Are you
sadly
very judgmental when you're looking through, flicking through the guys?
I'm less judgmental than they are. I'm like, oh, come on, let's swipe. Maybe because it's not me. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I think I used to swipe yours or Rob's or somebody's.
It was Riggins.
Riggins. I love it. I would do it all day.
Because it's kind of like watching a dating show on TV where you're not participating. So you can sit there and go, this is what I would do. So it's almost like a fantasy kind of thing. Like if it were me, I would do this. And I don't most people watching those dating contest shows like The Bachelor and all that think about how they would beat everybody else, like how they would play the game to win.
Yeah, for sure.
So it'd be the same way if you're looking at somebody else's dating site.
Yeah.
And it's easy for me to say, give him a chance. And my friend Holly would always be like, would you? And I'd be like, well, no, but you should. Like, it's easy for someone else to say.
Were you successful in making any love matches, like playing Cupid through somebody else's dating app?
They had been on pretty successful dates. I mean, they didn't get married off any of my matches, but I think Holly met her husband on a dating app, not the one that I swiped. Like he wasn't on there when I swiped, but yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if you told her, no, not him, and she ended up going out with him anyway and getting married? Then that'd be awkward when y'all got together now.
Heck yeah.
That'd be hilarious. I'd be like, oh, I swiped you left. Oh.
I actually think it's such a good skill to be a good matchmaker. Like when I think everybody's got somebody in their life that's like put other people together. I think that's such a great skill to have.
Yeah.
I have never done it.
I have.
And
Have you?
Yeah. They were married for a long time and now recently divorced.
Oh, they're divorced.
Yeah.
but at
Well,
least
it
they got
worked.
married. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't be there every step of the way, but the whole point of matchmaking is making the match.
There's a service in Charlotte. I can't remember. Is it like a millionaire matchmaker thing? Anyway, the girl that owns it, gorgeous. I'll never forget. I'm at Paco's Tacos. I know y'all remember where that is. I'm sitting at the bar with some of my friends, and she comes up and asked if I'm single and if I'm interested in dating because she was the matchmaker. She worked for this or owned it or whatever. She was the matchmaker. And I'm like, oh, I'm actually in a relationship. She's like, well, let me just show you his picture and tell you he's a doctor. So they actually go out and they don't do it online.
Yeah.
I mean, this was not too long ago.
And I guess since it's a woman approaching you, it's, you're less likely to be
creeped out.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that could still be dangerous. They could send there are a lot of women who work for sex traffickers and stuff
Yeah.
that would be out there getting the initial contact.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not looking for this, but are y'all hiring? Because this sounds like something I want to do.
That could be a great gig for you. I didn't even
know.
I didn't even realize that was like a job. It's almost like a
Same.
headhunter
Yeah.
in social settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trust even if it's a woman who's very glamorous looking and everything, I wouldn't trust her just to walk up to me at a restaurant and say,
Right.
are you interested in dating? Because, I mean, there is so much of that, stuff going on, especially, around the Charlotte area, the human trafficking is bad. Human traffic is bad.
It's not I wonder if now it's not a thing. I mean, this was probably 10 years ago. Remember what show was that? I'm sure Jody watched it with that lady named Patty. She did I guess it was Millionaire Matchmaker.
Yeah.
That was when that was big. So maybe it was more of a, cultural thing, but now it's like, it probably doesn't happen. Because you're right. I mean, it's dangerous. You just walk up to some random 20-year-old. You're like, I've got a match for you.
Follow me out here to get the paperwork, or come to my office tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this guy that she showed you super attractive?
He was older. And I think it was a Millionaire Matchmaker thing. So he was obviously had money. I remember her giving me her card. If you're ever interested, she had this swanky uptown office or whatever. I mean, it was a whole thing. She was blonde. She was super cute. She was probably in her 30s, but she was like, I own this company. And it was, I think it called Charlotte Matchmaker. I want to look it up, but
yeah, we should have that woman on. I bet she's seen all kinds of things.
Yeah.
The life of a professional matchmaker.
And she said he's looking specifically for a blonde, 5'6". Like, she saw me and went straight to me because it was what he was looking for.
So the guy pays the matchmaker to go find him a match.
Which is also disturbing, right?
I don't think so.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing the same thing she'd be doing on a computer or by interviewing people that just come in for an appointment or something.
Totally.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying. If he can't get his own,
no, he's a doctor. He's busy. He's probably in the hospital. I think if you can use a trusted source to go, maybe find me some potential matches, that would be worth a lot of money.
No, I think that if you are a successful doctor and you're nice looking and you're having to use a dating service, something's wrong with you.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, you meet a lot of people in a hospital.
Mm-hmm. And just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you don't have time for a social life.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. So he was probably a weirdo.
Probably. I dodged a bullet.
Yeah, you did. Especially if he was old.
He was older than me. I don't think he was old per se. He might have been, mid-30s.
You're old.
Ew, gross.
But yeah, I mean, younger than me now.
Yeah. But yeah, I would think something's not right about that, because he's got all this other stuff that's just like easy to attract a woman. But yet he's having to pay so much money for a matchmaking service for somebody to go out and approach women and, basically pimp for him.
Yeah.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's not I was just joking. But yeah, I would think that something's wrong with him. He's weird. Got a personality problem.
And I think it makes it worse to pay someone big bucks to do it than just an app, like a dating app that's free or whatever. Like, I'll see if I can find a connection, but to pay so much money for someone to find, that's.
So do you think people using an expensive dating service are the more likely to get a gold digger?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because she came up to me and the first thing she said was, he's wealthy. So immediately a person that was into that would be like, oh, I'm down.
Mm-hmm. Hell, I'd marry him right now.
Yeah, please.
Go find him.
I'm a gold digger. Find me a rich doctor, man.
Yeah.
I'll be all up on it.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins. Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, the Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house. You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Blackfin Ameripub. Check out their menu and everything they have to offer at tjriggins.com/Blackfin. That's tjriggins.com/Blackfin.